Food banks struggle to respond to cuts in SNAP funding, how local pantries are working to keep up with increased demand.
Plus, Rockford businesses may need to brace for higher costs, the proposed rate hikes in the city's 2026 fee schedule.
And parents of children in Winnebago County get a helping hand. The donations given out courtesy of the Baby Bank.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening. I'm Amy Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here. Tonight at 5, the Trump administration renewing its appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court to keep full SNAP payments frozen, at least while the government is still shut down.
It's the latest in a legal fight over the program that supports 42 million Americans. The administration says there isn't enough money in an emergency reserve fund to keep the program fully funded for the month of November. While the Supreme Court has temporarily agreed to the president's request, a ruling is expected tomorrow.
So with SNAP benefits still uncertain, food pantries locally are getting hit hard.
Eyewitness News reporter Rico Holland joins us now in the studio. Rico, what'd you find out?
So maybe it's been a struggle to keep shelves stocked. Even with increased community support, pantries are going bare. Since the beginning of the month, SNAP recipients have had to look for other options to feed their families. Food pantries have had an increase in demand, leaving some uncertainty onto how long they can keep up.
We hope so, but it's really hard to say. Our funding comes primarily from individual donors, so we just don't know what, donors are responding and reacting now very positively. How long those funds will hold out, that's hard to say. Wish we had a magic ball that would know when all this ended.
SNAP benefits could return sooner rather than later, with the government shutdown potentially nearing its end. Until then, people hope to see their SNAP returned in full. Wendell?
Rico, thank you. The Ogle County Republican Central Committee is offering support to area pantries. Committee members unanimously voted to give $1,500 to local pantries. $500 will go to the Rochelle Christian Food Pantry, another $500 to the Lifeline Food and Self-Help Project in Oregon, and $500 to the Polo Lifeline Food and Self-Help Project. They also encourage community members to support local pantries with monetary donations.
Democrats are at odds over a compromise moderates negotiated over the weekend to end the 41-day government shutdown, the longest in history. Senate leaders say they finally have the votes for a short-term funding deal. The bipartisan framework would fund the government through the end of January and fund SNAP and other benefits for the entire year. The deal also reverses mass firings of federal workers during the government shutdown. Among the Democratic supporters of the proposal are Illinois Senator Dick Durbin. If approved by the Senate, the package heads to the House, which has been out of session since September 19th.
Many of my friends are unhappy. They think we should have kept our government closed indefinitely to protest the policies of the Trump administration.
To all my colleagues, Republicans and Democrats in the House, you need to begin right now returning to the Hill.
Senator Durbin broke from other Senate Democrats, including fellow Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, in voting to reopen the government.
Can we as Democrats in the House push our own initiative forward to address the extension of the ACA tax credit? Could we be utilizing things like the discharge petition in order to force a vote on the House floor to see our ACA tax credits extended? So House Democrats are really looking to continue this fight.
A final vote on the new agreement to end the shutdown could happen as early as tonight.
There could be a potential rate hike in fees for city businesses. That's one of the items on the agenda of Rockford's Finance and Personnel Committee tonight. According to the proposed fee schedule for next year, 2026, the city plans to raise rates on a wide range of fees, including business licenses, construction permits, and zoning applications. The city says the goal of these hikes is to maintain current levels of service while offsetting rising inflation. These new rates would take effect next year. You can find more information in this story on mystateline.com.
Another McDonald's could be coming to the Forest City. The fast food chain submitted an application for a special use permit to create a new drive-through location on the corner of North Perryville and Rote Roads. Two McDonald's restaurants are both within 2.5 miles of the proposed location. Rockford Zoning Board of Appeals will meet to consider the application November 18th. McDonald's also plans to build a new location on West State Street. Hard Rock Casino Rockford's winning big. The casino took home a dozen honors from the 2025 Strictly Slots Best of Slots Awards. including 5 first-place awards for Best Real Slots, Best Video Slots, Best Progressive Slots, Best Penny Slots, Best Slot Club Promotions, and Customer Service. The annual awards are voted on by casino players across the greater Chicagoland area.
A drive to help families with young children continues to grow here in the state line. A diaper drive and distribution was held at Brook Road United Methodist Church this afternoon. The church hosts this event every month. It's organized by the Baby Bank, that's an area nonprofit. Baby diapers and other essential items for babies and infants were provided to families at no cost. Organizers say the need for this drive has just grown dramatically each month.
In March, we started with about 45 to 50 families in March, and last month in October, we did 243 families. I think because the increasing need, and I also think awareness that we are here as an outreach to the community, and people are realizing that the Brook Road Baby Bank is here and available to them.
The Baby Bank is entirely funded by community donations.
We here at Eyewitness News are recognizing remarkable women in our community. We're looking for those remarkable women who make a difference in self-achievement, community contribution, and family impact. Nominations are now open. Just scan the flow code there on your screen or click on the community tab on our website, mystateline.com, to submit their story.
A large donation given to a state line nonprofit.
And it's from a nationwide retailer. When we come back, the check presentation to Belvedere Family YMCA.
And coming up tonight at 6, the family of a late veteran receives a special surprise right before Veterans Day. An Illinois state official returns a Purple Heart to the family of a World War II rifleman.
And for the second day in a row, temperatures stayed in the low 30s with a high of 33, well below that average high of 50. But we are soon going to feel some, at least a little warmth return here by the end of the week. How long that'll take and when we could see a few additional flurries fly coming up in the forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Sports Director Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Tonight, a state line nonprofit is rewarded and recognized for giving back to the community.
This morning, Target presented a $10,000 check to the Belvedere Family YMCA. It's part of the store chain's Giving Tuesday grant program. Target selected several employees who volunteered outside of work to pick a nonprofit they'd like to see supported. Team member Sarah McGrail was among those selected, and she chose the Belvedere Y. She says the nonprofit does so much to support local kids.
We love and we think it's very important for kids to be active, not only for physical health, but also to gain confidence and just support them with their mental well-being as well. So when we met with Sherry here at the Belvedere YMCA, they basically said the same exact things as what they really valued. So right away, we knew it was super important to go to them.
Giving Tuesday is December 2nd. A clothing drive from the Boone-Winnebago Regional Office of Education ends soon. Organizers are looking for new or gently used winter items for all ages, although their focus is kindergarten through 12th grade students. Today is the last day to drop off donations at the Regional Office of Education on Hart Boulevard in Loves Park.
The Rock River Valley Blood Center is continuing its series of donation drives in honor of Veterans Day, which is tomorrow. A blood drive will be held tomorrow afternoon at the Roscoe VFW post on 2nd Street. It runs from noon to 6:30. And then on Thursday, another blood drive will take place at the VFW in Belvedere. You can find a full list of hours of these blood drives and schedule an appointment for yourself on the Blood Center's website. This month, too, we are recognizing the sacrifice of all those who served in the military with a special edition of Eyewitness News tomorrow. You'll hear stories from across the country and here at home. Join us for Veterans Voices and honor those who served. That airs tomorrow night right here at 6 on WTVO 17. It's cold in the state line tonight.
It sure is. When we come back, Candace lets us know if we could see a warm up anytime soon. Her full forecast is coming up next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, our skies are clearing out here this evening as we still have a little snow on the ground thanks to temperatures both yesterday and today staying in the low 30s. We look live with our SkyTrack camera here on the northeast end of Rockford, right at Riverside at 90. As the sun sets, it is getting cold out there. Temperatures dropping back through the 20s in a lot of locations. 28 degrees right now in Janesville, 29 in Poplar Grove, same thing in DeKalb. But when we still factor in that northwesterly wind, our wind chills have dropped down into the teens, and the teens for wind chills is what we can expect here as we go through the night. Unfortunately, the wind doesn't ease up too much. That's because high pressure slides mainly to our south and not directly overhead. Now today we had a high of 33, same as yesterday. Yesterday we were close to a record cold high, so the coldest high temperature for the 9th of November. That was 32, set back in 2018. We made it to 33, so we squeezed by that just by a degree. 29, the record cold high temperature for today. That was set all the way back in 1933, so thankfully a few degrees above that, but it gives you an idea of just the immense amount of cold that has been coming down here straight from the Arctic. I mean, let's think about this. If we had this type of pattern, let's say late December, in January or February, it would have been a lot colder. And the fact that we were this cold in November really kind of tells you that this was a pretty cold air mass, but it's a quick shot of cold, and that is expected to move out here throughout the next couple of days. Our pattern changes, so notice that cold air that gets bottled back up to the north as the winds in the jet stream later this week turn more to the west and southwest, and that's where we get our warm up coming in. Lake effect snow still continues to impact parts of Michigan and Indiana. High pressure sliding down to the south allows our skies to clear out for a time, but there is a little more cloud cover that'll move in, and this is with our next system. As it does, clouds will work back in. Before that though, temperatures, they are going to get down into the low 20s, so it gets cold out there, and that's where wind chills will stay in the teens. But once that cloud cover moves in, they'll kind of hold steady, if not slowly rise just a little once we get the wind shift to the southwest very early tomorrow. Now you see a couple of snow flurries showing up. This is about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is with a quick system. It's in and out very fast tomorrow morning. We've got a lot of dry air, especially down here in the low levels of the atmosphere. So while there is a nice little push of kind of some lift with the system coming in, I don't anticipate this to be much, maybe at most a dusting on some of the grassy and elevated surfaces for some, but this is really in about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow morning and out by 5 tomorrow morning. We might see a lingering flurry or two that could take us to about 7-8 o'clock just with some of that cloud cover, but some drier air moving in, high pressure moves back in. We start our day off Tuesday with cloud cover, and that'll likely continue going into at least the early afternoon before we start to see things clear out. So where we see our skies clear out a little sooner, we could get the mid 40s. I think a lot of us will stay right around that 40, 41, 42 degree range. We'll be back down into the 30s Tuesday into Wednesday. Dry conditions, pleasant, back into the 50s on Wednesday. So Wednesday looks like a pretty decent day, but there is a breeze that comes with that again Wednesday afternoon. And then the wind turns to the southwest and brings our temperatures up. So we're 53 on Thursday, a little more cloud cover I think on Thursday, but we're dry. 59 on Friday. Might get a sprinkle or two there late Friday into Saturday. Our next system comes in early next week, late weekend, early next week. The timing of the cold front still a little up in the air. That could come in. If it comes in early Monday, temperatures will drop, and we got a few rain showers there Sunday into Monday as well.
So warm up is coming. Thank you.
Scott's next with sports.
The Packers are getting set for a big primetime matchup tonight at Lambeau Field. We'll find out just how big this game is to the Packers coaching staff.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Packers can get 2 monkeys off their back tonight with 1 win. They can erase from their minds that bad loss to the Panthers last week, and they can finally take down the Eagles. The Packers and Eagles go at it on Monday Night Football right here on WTVO. Kickoff will be at 7:15. Now, the Eagles beat the Packers twice last year, in the season opener in Brazil and then in the playoffs. The Eagles are currently 6-2, and they look like a team with a shot to go back to the Super Bowl. Matt LaFleur was asked if he views this game tonight as a measuring stick game for the Packers.
Like, I view all these games the same in regards to, I think every week is a measuring stick to see, can you go out there and perform at your best?
Well, the Bears keep building confidence each week, and confidence in Caleb Williams. Yesterday was the fourth time this season that Williams guided the Bears to a comeback win. His stats were not off the charts, but he did what he had to do when it counted, like running for that game-winning touchdown. Williams says he draws his confidence from the coaching staff and his teammates.
Confidence in us and the confidence in the coaches in those moments is there. And I think that shows in those moments. Defense shutting people down in those moments, towards the end of the game, not allowing them to go down and drive. And I think for offensively, it shows the calmness at the end of the game, the belief, the faith, the hope, and like I've spoke about before, living in the know.
We still have some state line high school football teams playing bowl, now 3 rounds deep into the playoffs. Belvedere North's next game will be played Friday night at 7 o'clock in Cary Grove. Byron's next game against IC Catholic will be played Saturday afternoon at 2 in Byron. Lena Winslow will play at Anawan Weathersfield Saturday at 1 o'clock. Stockton will host Dwight Saturday. The start time for that is up in the air. Belvedere High School fans are happy about this news. Longtime Bucks baseball coach Ken Anderson has been selected for induction into the Illinois Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Anderson won more than 500 games in his career at Belvedere. He ranks 50th in IHSA history for most wins by a coach at a single school. Unfortunately, Anderson passed away in September, but his former players will tell you that his legacy very much lives on. That's sports. We'll be right back.
An iconic piece of movie memorabilia is to be sold.
It's the Wicked Witch of the West's infamous black hat. The black hat worn by Margaret Hamilton in the classic film The Wizard of Oz will be going onto the auction block next month. It's made of wool and is nearly 14 inches high. This hat is actually the second one made for the production because producers didn't think the first one was scary enough. The hat and other items, including a pair of Dorothy's ruby slippers used during rehearsals, will go up for bids next month.
It looks scary there to me.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to have an update.
Yes, absolutely. How about an update on the weather? You're going to tell us when it's going to be 60 again?
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it is going to be 60, right? We thought
Yay.
our 60 on Friday could very well be our last one. No, we've got one, if not two, coming up here later this week, so that'll be nice. So it's kind of like a big roller coaster, right? We're kind of on the upswing as far as those temperatures go through the end of the week. We're in the 20s tonight, a couple of flurries, 41 tomorrow, and then warming by the end of the week.
Thanks, Candace.
We'll see you at 6.